Do it for yourself. Do it for your dreams. Do it for the life you've always imagined. Not for others. Not for your boss. Not for your friend. Do it for yourself. Because if you don't, you will not change. You won't achieve your dreams. And regret will follow you forever. So why wait? Why hesitate? Do it for yourself. If you want to change, you have to start with yourself. No one else can do it for you. No one else can bear the weight of your life. No one else can turn your dreams into reality. It begins with a decision to stop blaming, a decision to stop waiting, a decision to take full responsibility for who you are and who you will become. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. When you do it for yourself, when you take action because you respect your own life, the world starts to notice. Your confidence grows, your power grows, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, your life begins to transform. So, do it for yourself. Now, that's a phrase worth holding on to. Not for applause, not for recognition, not because someone told you to. Do it because you owe it to yourself. See, one of the great lessons of life is this. No one can live your life for you. They can encourage you. They can inspire you, but they can't walk your path, and they certainly can't do your push-ups. That's your job. That's your responsibility. I want you to pause for a moment and think. Think about the life you're living, and then ask yourself, am I doing this for them, or am I doing this for me? Because here's the truth, if you're only doing it for someone else, one day, when they're gone, when the applause stops, when the recognition fades, so will your drive. But if you're doing it for yourself, if your reasons are rooted deep inside, then you've found something unshakable. And that's what will carry you through. I remember saying this often. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Because if you grow, everything around you will grow. If you change, everything around you will change. But the change starts with you, not your neighbor, not your family, not your boss. You. Now, let's talk about responsibility. It's a word not everyone likes to hear. But responsibility is the starting line of greatness. Here's the simple truth. If you don't like where you are, change it. You are not a tree. You can move. You can grow. You can decide. That's the beauty of being human. Let me give you a principle that's guided me all my life. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. See, it's tempting to point the finger, to say, it's their fault. It's the economy. It's my parents, it's the government. But here's what I found every time I pointed one finger outward, 3 fingers pointed back at me. Life gets better when you get better. It improves when you improve. And the moment you accept that, really accept it, you take back control. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You stop waiting for someone to hand you success. You stop waiting for permission. And instead, you decide, I'm going to do this for me. Now, maybe you've been waiting for the right time, waiting for someone to cheer you on, waiting for everything to line up perfectly. But let me ask you this, how long will you wait? A year? 5 years? 10? If you wait for the right time, chances are you'll be waiting the rest of your life. See, the right time is when you decide. That's it. No magic. No guarantees. You wake up and say, today I begin. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. That's the start of everything. So here's the challenge I leave with you in this first part. Stop living for the crowd. Stop chasing approval. Stop waiting. Do it for yourself. Because you deserve it. Because your life is worth it. Because the greatest gift you can give to the world is the best version of you. And here's the promise I'll make. When you do it for yourself, you'll find a strength that doesn't fade, a drive that doesn't quit, and a purpose that lasts a lifetime. Let me share a truth with you. Most people spend their lives living for someone else. They spend their time, their energy, their talent, their money, trying to please everybody but themselves. They chase approval. They crave applause. They wait for permission. And here's the tragedy. In the process, they waste the most precious gift they have, their time. Time is your life. Every minute you spend is a piece of you, gone forever. And yet, many people, they give it away cheaply. They give it away to the wrong people, the wrong habits, the wrong distractions. They live to impress neighbors. They live to keep up with friends. They live to fit into society. But let me remind you of something I once said. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. That's the truth. When you're busy trying to make everyone else happy, you lose yourself. When you're constantly saying yes to others, you're saying no to yourself. And here's what I want you to write down. You don't owe anyone your life, but you owe yourself your best life. Think about it. When you were a child, you dreamed, you imagined, you wanted to grow, to achieve, to become. But then, life happened. Expectations came. Responsibilities grew. People told you who you should be. And you started living to meet their standard instead of building your own. And suddenly, your time, your most valuable asset, was no longer yours. But here's the good news. You can take it back. Today. This very moment. Stop wasting time living for others. Start living for yourself. That doesn't mean selfishness. That doesn't mean neglecting your family or your responsibilities. It means choosing a path that aligns with your values. It means saying, I will build a life that matters to me. I will work on goals that fulfill me. I will take care of my own garden first, so I have something beautiful to share with the world. I often tell people, the time to start is when you are ready. The time to change is when you decide. But you know what most people do? They keep waiting. Waiting for approval. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for someone to say, it's your turn. It's your turn. Let me give you a secret. Nobody is coming to hand you your life. Nobody will walk up and say, here's your dream. Here's your purpose. Here's your happiness. Number, you must go get it. You must decide, I will do it for me. Now, think about this. Every hour wasted is gone forever. Every day wasted is one less day to live your dream. Ask yourself, who are you wasting your time on? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you giving your life to? That doesn't give anything back. Stop it. Respect your time. Protect your energy. Invest your effort in what matters. And what matters, when you stop wasting time for others, when you decide to live for yourself, something magical happens. You gain clarity. You gain confidence. You gain courage. You no longer need validation. You no longer seek constant approval. You no longer chase applause. Because you understand the truth. The applause of the crowd fades. But the satisfaction of living true to yourself, that lasts forever. Take inventory of your time. Write it down. Where are your hours going? Who are you spending them on? And then ask, is this serving me? Is this bringing me closer to my goals? Is this helping me live the life I want? If the answer is no, then change it. Be courageous enough to disappoint others, if it means being true to yourself. Because at the end of your life, it won't be their regrets you carry. It will be your own. Remember this quote I love to repeat. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. So, stop wasting it. Stop giving it away. Stop trading it for nothing. Live for yourself. Do it for yourself. And one day, you'll look back and say, I'm glad I did. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Belief, it's powerful. It's necessary. But belief alone is not enough. You see, believing you can do something, it's just the first step. The real transformation comes when you act. When you do what others won't. When you push yourself past comfort, past doubt, past fear. Because the world is full of people who say they believe, but very few actually do. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say, I believe I can, and then they did nothing? Why? Because it's easy to believe. It's comfortable. It feels good. But action is uncomfortable. Action is risky. Action challenges every excuse you've ever made. And that's exactly why it separates the average from the extraordinary. Now, here's a truth you must embrace. Doing it for yourself means doing the hard things no one else will. It's showing up early when others sleep in. It's working late when others rest. It's practicing, studying, improving, even when nobody is watching. Because when you act for yourself, you are accountable to no one but the person in the mirror. I like to say, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And that bridge is built with action, step by step, day by day. Belief without action is like a car without fuel. You can sit in it. You can admire it, but you won't go anywhere. Doing what others won't. That's your fuel. That's what turns belief into results. That's what transforms potential into achievement. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I'm scared. I'm unsure. What if I fail? Good. That's normal. That's life. Fear is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to move forward. Because doing what others won't is rarely easy. It's rarely comfortable. And it's rarely guaranteed. But here's the thing. Success isn't about guarantees. It's about commitment. It's about refusing to quit, even when the road is hard, even when the world doubts you. Because remember, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself, your life, your dreams, your legacy. Let me share a principle that changed my life. The few who do are the envy of the many who only watch. Look around you. Most people watch. Most people complain. Most people dream, but never act. And yet, there are a few, just a few, who take their beliefs seriously, who do the work that no one else will, who make sacrifices that others won't, who refuse to trade long-term success for short-term comfort. And those few, they win, they grow, they rise. Doing it for yourself also means ownership. You cannot blame the system. You cannot blame the economy. You cannot blame the people who didn't support you. Because at the end of the day, your results, good or bad, are yours. And that's liberating. It means you can control it. You can improve it. You can change it. But only if you act. Only if you do what others won't. Only if you push beyond excuses. Now, here's what I want you to remember. Belief is your spark. Action is your fuel. Doing what others won't is your engine. When you put all three together, you become unstoppable. You become disciplined. You become someone who lives life on purpose. And the best part? You're doing it for yourself. Not for praise. Not for applause. Not for anyone else's approval. Just you. And when you act like that, my friend, you tap into a power that's unshakable. You build confidence that cannot be stolen. You create results that last. So here's my challenge to you today. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself, am I doing enough? Am I acting like I believe in myself? Am I doing what others won't? If the answer is no, start today. Start right now. Take one action, one small, deliberate, purposeful step, because belief alone is not enough. Doing what others won't. That's what separates dreamers from achievers. Do it for yourself and watch as your life transforms. Let me tell you something that changed my life. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Yes, you can dream big. Yes, you can believe in yourself. But if your daily actions don't reflect that belief, your dreams remain just dreams. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who struggles isn't always talent. It isn't luck. It isn't connections. It's consistency. It's what you do every day, even when no one is watching. You see, habits are like small seeds. They may seem insignificant at first. One push-up, one page read, one phone call. But over time, these small actions grow roots, strong roots, that eventually bear fruit. Now, let's take it one step further. Habits alone are good, but rituals are transformative. A habit is something you do. A ritual is something you live. A ritual is intentional. A ritual is purposeful. It's not a reaction to life, it's a design for life. When you turn your habits into rituals, you stop living by chance. You start living by choice. And the person you become is no longer defined by circumstances, but by the actions you take daily. Let me give you an example. Suppose you want to get fit. Most people set a goal and work out randomly. They exercise when they feel motivated. But a ritual A ritual is exercising at 6 a.m. every morning, without fail, because it's part of who you are. It's not optional. It's not negotiable. It's you. And when you apply this principle to other areas, reading, learning, saving, networking, reflecting, you start designing your life deliberately. Here's another truth. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Notice the word practiced. It's not once a week. It's not when the mood strikes you. It's daily, consistently, ritually, because rituals build identity. They tell your mind and body, this is who I am. And once your habits become who you are, your environment, your mindset, your relationships, all start aligning with the life you want. Now, you may be thinking, I don't have time. I don't have energy. I can't stay consistent. Here's the thing. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about commitment. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking one deliberate step forward every day. Even 10 minutes of focused effort matters. Even a single disciplined action counts. Even when no one notices, your rituals are quietly shaping your future. Living for yourself consistently means protecting your time, energy, and focus. It means saying no to distractions. It means turning down the easy, the instant, the tempting. It means prioritizing growth over comfort. And let me tell you, that is where true freedom lies. Because when you commit to your rituals, when you honor your habits consistently, you no longer rely on external motivation. You don't wait for someone to tell you, go. You don't wait for someone to give you permission. You take control. You take action. You lead your life. Here's a simple exercise for you. 1. Identify the small habits that matter most to your growth. 2. Schedule them daily, without fail. 3. Add meaning to each habit. Make it intentional. 4. Repeat day after day. 5. Watch yourself transform. It sounds simple, but simplicity is deceptive. Most people fail here. They underestimate the power of repetition. But you will be relentless. You will be patient. You will turn small, consistent actions into unstoppable results. Remember this. The difference between mediocrity and excellence isn't genius. It's ritual. The difference between wishing and achieving isn't luck. It's discipline. The difference between dreaming and living your dreams, it's consistency. When you honor yourself with daily rituals, you honor your goals. You honor your dreams. And most importantly, you honor your life. So today, my challenge to you is simple. Take your habits seriously. Turn them into rituals and do it for yourself. Because nobody else will. Because your time is precious. Because your life is worth the effort. Do it consistently. Do it intentionally. Do it daily. And watch as your belief in yourself becomes unshakable because your actions prove it every single day. Let me tell you something, my friend. Your life is not a rehearsal. It's happening right now. And the way you live today shapes everything about tomorrow. If you've been following along, you've learned the power of belief. You've learned to do what others won't. You've learned to turn habits into rituals. Now, it's time to take the final step. Live fully, intentionally, and for yourself. Here's the truth. Most people live their lives reacting to events. They drift. They follow the crowd. They respond to whatever comes their way, hoping luck will favor them. But the person who truly lives for themselves, they design their life. They don't wait for opportunity. They create it. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Designing your life starts with choices. Simple, deliberate, and consistent choices. Each morning you decide, who will I spend my time with? What will I focus on today? What will I do that brings me closer to the life I want? Living fully means taking ownership. No blaming, no excuses, no waiting for someone else to make your life better. If you want to change your circumstances, change yourself first. If you want to create a better future, start with your actions today. It's tempting to rely on others. It's tempting to wait for the perfect moment. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. The right moment is now. The time is today. And here's the beauty of living for yourself. When you make decisions based on your values, your goals, and your vision, every action has meaning. Every effort builds momentum. Every sacrifice becomes an investment in your future. You begin to see that life is not something that happens to you. Life is something you create. Let me ask you this. If you keep living for others, who will live for you? Who will care enough to make your dreams a reality if you don't? You may help others. You may support others. That's noble. But your primary responsibility is to yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't fully serve anyone else. If you don't grow, you can't lead. If you don't act, you can't inspire. Designing your life also means being intentional with your time. Time is the one resource you can never get back, and how you spend it determines everything about your life. Schedule your priorities. Protect your hours. Guard your energy. Do the work that matters. Invest in yourself first, because when you live intentionally, everything else aligns. Here's a principle I want you to remember. Don't just read books. Act on the knowledge. Don't just dream. Execute on your plans. Don't just plan. Live your design. Living fully is the combination of vision, belief, and action. It's waking up with purpose. It's going to bed knowing you gave your best. It's knowing that each day brings you closer to the person you were meant to be. You are the designer of your life. You hold the pen. You draw the lines. You choose the colors. Do it intentionally. Do it boldly. Do it for yourself. No one else can live this life for you. No one else can create your success. No one else can protect your dreams. It's your responsibility. It's your privilege. It's your power. So today, make the decision. Live fully. Act with purpose. Believe in yourself. Do what others won't. Turn your habits into rituals and design a life that reflects your highest potential. Because when you do it for yourself, you tap into a strength that no one can take away. You discover a joy that cannot be borrowed. You create a legacy that will last. And when your life reflects your commitment to yourself, you'll inspire others, not by telling them, but by showing them what's possible. Remember this, my friend. Don't join an easy crowd. You won't grow. Go where the expectations and the demands to perform are high. Design your life intentionally. Live fully. Do it for yourself, because the best version of you is waiting to be created. And so, my friend, this is where the journey begins. You've heard the words. You've felt the message. Now it's time to act. Remember, no one can live your life for you. No one can achieve your dreams for you. No one can protect your future for you. It's all in your hands. Do it for yourself. Do it for your dreams. Do it for the life you've always imagined. Take responsibility. Believe in yourself. Act when others hesitate. Turn habits into rituals. Design a life that reflects your true potential. And here's the promise. When you do it for yourself, you'll discover strength you didn't know you had. You'll uncover confidence that cannot be shaken. You'll create a life that inspires not because you sought recognition, but because you sought excellence. So go ahead. Take that first step today. Do it for yourself and watch your life transform in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for listening. And remember, your life is your masterpiece. Start creating it now.